All right, that says we're good. Good morning, everybody. That is if you're watching this in the morning. If you're not, then good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is. Bear with me. I was struggling with some of the tech stuff. I don't do a lot of these from my home office. You guys have probably seen my actual office in the background. So making a few adjustments. Hopefully the audio is working, so on and so forth. And none of you needs to make a haircut comment. I'm well aware. All right, so hopefully it looks like it is working still. Knock on particle board. That our blog post is up. It's on our website at corefinancegroup.com. And those of you that subscribed to it received it via email. I did get mine. So everything does appear to be working normally. And the blog this time around is how to spot structural issues when touring a home. Now, your agent, your real estate agent, hopefully you're using a well-seasoned real estate agent. If you need some references for that, don't hesitate to ask. We know a few after a quarter century of doing this. But there are some things to look out for when you're touring a home when it comes to major issues, particularly ones that are going to be structural. Okay? Looking for exterior cracks and gaps. That's going to be relatively obvious to the naked eye, although we have certainly seen things where you wouldn't necessarily pick up on it. It's behind some landscaping, whatever the case may be. Uneven or sagging floors, that's a big one. I have a client right now. She did finally find an appropriate home and is working on her loan and getting that closed, but she saw some that were just out of control when it came to that. You could drop a marble on a floor, even a carpeted floor, and watch it roll down the hill, as it were. And I do remember one in my old neighborhood where the drainage was really inappropriate. A lot of bentonite on that particular block. If you guys don't know about the bentonite, the Colorado soil, feel free to ask. And literally half of the house had like cracked off, almost like the Titanic, right? And the entire half of the house closer to where the drainage issues were, theirs and their next door neighbors, had to be corrected. It was a mess. Let's put it that way. Doors and windows. If there are major structural issues, you're going to find that doors and windows don't open and close properly. They're jammed in those frames, that kind of thing. So that's certainly a big one. Water damage, mold, these are certainly things to look out that could be structural issues where they are now allowing water to get into the home. Roofing problems, again, these things are built in a way where if there's a structural issue, it's going to impact everything all the way to the tippy top and all the way to the very bottom. So basement condition, crawl space condition, those kinds of things we also talk about. Discoloration on the walls, strange textures, the ceilings, water spots, all of those kinds of things. This is why you have a really good real estate agent. And this is why you have a really good inspection done. If this is a house and you haven't identified any of these issues just through a normal walkthrough, and you do go so far as to submit an offer, deposit earnest money, get under contract, and get an inspection, then a really good inspector is going to figure out these kinds of things. And having this particular knowledge base should give you some ability to move forward on the purchase of a home with some confidence. And you guys can read all the details about those different subjects on our website, on our blog. If you haven't already read them in the emails, they're the email that all of you received, hopefully very early this morning. And of course, if none of the above fits, then don't hesitate to ask. I'll tell you true about a lot of these kinds of things, and so will real estate agents. In fact, here's an interesting one. We have a client right now who is doing a cash out loan for two purposes. One, to do structural repairs to their current home and to take that money to put down on their new home. They have to repair the home in order to sell it. They don't want to wait in order to move. So they are doing both of those things with cash out on their refinance. So there are a lot of options out there for these kinds of issues. Even if you're buying a home, you absolutely have to have it, and you need to address those issues once you are the owner. So that's it for this time around. We do this a couple times a month, so you guys will hopefully see the blog. If you want to subscribe to it, you can. Let us know. And we will see you guys next time. Have a wonderful week. And before I forget, just because this is live and many of you are seeing this on social media platforms where you've already reached out to me, thank you so much for all the kind birthday wishes. It was a really nice